Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. 54. Hey, tight.
Breeze now on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A third down gain of 19. Breeze going to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Check.
From the 38, Breeze. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And Thomas has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, Roy. 61, matchbox lights.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
55,
Bree's going to go on fourth down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort.
With coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making, I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
check three, check three, check three. Hey, yellow. Crunch. Watch safety green, Safety.
Hey, we're good.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
Under 10. Two jet bomber. The 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. As they've got it, rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. After the sack on first down, Cousins, and he's going to go down again. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Lucky 48. Undercut. Greystone, travel. Hey, can't. Where's the hot?
Cousins to throw it this time. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, let's talk about the coaching carousel. Some new guys in new places. Ron Rivera to Washington. We got Mike McCarthy in Dallas. Matt Rule up from the college ranks to Carolina. And for the Giants, Joe Judge. Any surprises in your mind?
Well, I think you start with Joe Judge going to the Giants, coming from New England, where he was the special teams coach for most of his career, and this season added wide receivers to his duties. Well regarded within the ranks of the NFL. Not much known about him to the outside world. It's kind of a reveal to everyone. Joe Judge, people will now get to know who he is, because most people thought Matt Rule was going to go to New York. He ends up in Carolina. And then, of course, Ron Rivera, he would have been a candidate for Dallas. He would have been a candidate for New York, as well as Washington. And Washington never let him out of the building. That's a big-time hire for them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. On first down, Breeze. He's got Smith here. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 37 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Good route here.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. And Diggs has it. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
On play action, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half.
And that's a terrific score. Now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Everybody wants to go for 2. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2. I bet they kick the extra point. We've got a whole second half left to play.
Yeah, we're going to look at it here, but, hey, whatever the case, big-time play before the end of the second quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 79 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Bailey now for the extra point. And it's now 14-11. They lead it by 3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Easy.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. He sets to fire deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 29-yard line.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm coming after recon. 132 fighter. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Watch twitch.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Mike.
They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
They go play action. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
First down.
54. Switch. Shift. Blue draw Corford. You got tight.
Now a run with Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Check, 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 check.
On first down, Cook, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, can't. Mike 54. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Kill. Pilot, 64, weak. Kill, turn up.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
0-2. Mike 55. Danny.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Breeze now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Kill. Check 55, Mike. Bravo. You're not ready. 55, Mike. 55. 3 buzz. Check.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
I can't believe they 54.
Play fake. Cousins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. David Onyemata in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
21.
Breeze is looking to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And you've got to say, who had a big part in the W.